Hello students, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to learn an important grammar topic, degrees of comparison. Degrees of comparison, this is one of the most important grammar topics, very useful for 10th class, inter, degree and other job examinations also. This is very important, very useful, very easy also. In our day to day life we use adjectives. This topic deals with adjectives, only adjectives. This topic revolves around adjectives. What part of speech? Only about adjectives. This is about adjectives. Adjectives are of three types. They show three degrees of comparison: positive, comparative, superlative. Highest one is superlative, the middle one is comparative, lowest one is positive. For example, large, larger, largest, clever, cleverer, cleverest, tall, taller, tallest, short, shorter, shortest. Some adjectives they take more and most, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, popular, more popular, most popular, important, more important, most important. Okay, like that. Difference in spellings that we must know. The forms, various forms we must know. Sometimes they take ier, iest also. Heavy, heavier, heaviest. Happy, happier, happiest. Dirty, dirtier, dirtiest. Y, when they end with letter y, they take ier, iest also. These are basics. Now we jump into the exercise directly. Okay, after learning the basics, now we start the exercise. There are totally four types, only four types. Now the type 1, first one, here we go. Now the first one is very simple type, singular comparison. Singular comparison. Okay, for example, Asia is the largest continent in the world. There are seven continents. Of all the seven, sorry, five continents, of all the five, Asia is the biggest one, Asia is the largest one. Okay, so Asia, that is the largest one, that is the biggest one. Without Asia is the largest continent in the world. So where is the adjective here? Largest, st. So this is superlative degree. How do we know it is superlative? St. For st or most, sometimes most also, most beautiful, most popular, most important, like that. Ending st or before adjective most, they are called superlatives. And one more symbol is the. Article the is also, the is used only for sd, not in cd, not in pd, only in sd the article, definite article the is used. So Asia is the largest continent in the world. Without changing the meaning, we have to convert it into comparative degree. How to change it into comparative degree? So look at the example here. Asia is the, we must not use, the is used only in SD, not here. Largest, one step down, bring it down to comparative, bring it down, larger. The becomes than, the becomes here, the becomes than. Larger than, comparative always followed by than comes only in CD. Larger than, bigger than, cleverer than, shorter than, faster than, taller than, like that. Asia is larger than type 1. So any other continent in the world, any other continent in the world. This is the toppest one, biggest one. Okay, larger than any other continent in the world. This is comparative degree CD. Now positive degree, how to change it into positive degree? The smallest one. No other, we have to start with the separate words, no other. So these words you must remember. No other continent in the world is as large as Asia. So larger, one step down, again one step down, large. The last step is large. So before large one as, after large one as. Conjunctions we have to use. Here one as, here one as. Before one as, after one as. Like this we have to use. Large as, so large as, both are same. Okay, Asia comes here. Last, Asia comes here. No other continent in the world is as large as Asia. Positive degree, same meaning. Okay, now you take another example. For example, Australia is the smallest continent in the world. CD, Australia is smaller than any other continent in the world. No other continent in the world is as small as Asia. You take another example. Shakespeare is the greatest dramatist in English literature. Now you write CD. Shakespeare is greater than any other dramatist in English literature. No other dramatist in English literature is as great as Shakespeare. Very simple, like that. We have to change the forms of the adjectives. So we have to change the forms of the adjectives like this. Okay. Largest, larger, large, large, larger, largest. Ascending order, descending order. In the reverse order also we must learn. In the exam, anyone they can ask. If they give CD, SD, we have to write. If they give PD, we are supposed to write SD. Like that. In the reverse order also, we must be able to write. Now come to type 2. Here type 2 means, this is also called plural comparison. Means here difference is, for example, you take a look at this example. Raman is one of the cleverest students in the class. So what is the difference between type 1 and type 2? This is also SD. Cleverest ST is there. ST is there. Article the is there. Then what is the difference between type 1 and type 2? Here one of is not there. Directly the is there. Here one of is there. One of the cleverest students in the class. That is the difference. It means that Raman is not the cleverest boy in the class. Raman is not the topper of the class. He is one among them, one among top 5, one among top 10, like that. He is also a clever student, but he is not the cleverest one. He is not the toppest one. Okay. First ranker, no, he is not the first ranker. One among the list. Okay. That is the meaning conveyed here. This is called plural. This is also superlative, but second type superlative. This is second type superlative. How do we know? One of the, not the, one of the. Now, please be careful while changing the words here. Same. Now write CD. Raman is clever. One of the, total one of the goes off. Cleverest becomes cleverer than many other. Second type, no? That's why. So many other students in the class, or most other students in the class. Not any other. In type 1 we wrote any other. But here we have to write many other. Raman is cleverer than most other students in the class. Many other students in the class. Now how to start PD here? Very few. We have to start with very few. These words are very important. These indications are very important. Very few students in the class are as clever as. Cleverer, one step down. PD, smallest form is clever. Basic form is clever. Before clever, one as. After clever, one as. Conjunctions. As clever as. So clever as. Both are equal, same. Don't worry about it. Very few students in the class are so clever as or as clever as Raman. You take another example. Mumbai is one of the biggest cities in India. It is one of the biggest cities. It is not the biggest city. Biggest city is Kolkata. But it is also one among top 5. So Mumbai is one of the biggest cities in India. CD, now you write CD. Mumbai is bigger than many other cities in India. Very few cities in India are as big as Mumbai. Very few, same, very few cities in India are as big as Mumbai. PD, finished. Okay, two types are over. Singular comparison, plural comparison. Now come to type 3. This is called negative comparison. Negative means not. We use not here. Example, If you look at the example, then only it will be more clear to you. Varsha is not the tallest girl in the class. So, not is given. Varsha is the tallest girl in the class. This is type 1. Again, type 1. Now, type 3 is not is there. So, what's the difference between type 1 and type 3? Not. Negation is there. Not is there. Okay, Varsha is not the tallest girl in the class. SD. Right, CD. Varsha is not taller. The we should not write. It is only for SD. Not taller than some other girls in the class. So in type 2 we wrote many other, no, but in type 3 we have to write some other. So these words we must remember. Okay, by practice you can easily come to know about it. Practice is required. Okay, one or two examples not enough. Varsha is not taller than some other girls in the class. CD. Now PD. Some other girls, we have to start with the last words. Some other girls in the class are at least as tall as Varsha. In negation, negative, we have to write at least, but at least is optional. If we don't write also, no problem. That's why I kept it in brackets. Some other girls in the class are as tall as Varsha, so tall as Varsha. Both are same, equal. Okay, no problem. At least optional. If you don't write also, it makes no difference. Okay, so now take another example. You take another example. John Keats is not the greatest poet in English literature. John Keats is not greater than some other poets in English literature. Some other poets in English literature are at least as great as John Keats. Okay, very simple. Now come to type 4. This is very easy. This is called dual comparison. Type 1 singular comparison, type 2 plural comparison, type 3 negative comparison, type 4 is dual comparison. What is meant by dual? Your phone has a dual SIM provision. Dual means how many SIMs it has? Two SIMs. Here also dual comparison means two nouns are compared. Here one noun and at the end beginning one noun and also another noun is there. For example, gold is costlier than silver. Here gold and silver, two nouns are compared here. Gold and silver. Gold is costlier than silver. Costlier. IER, then comes only in CD. The comes in SD, then comes in CD. The, then, both are not there. That is plain PD. Okay. This is comparative degree, but type 4 comparative degree. Two nouns are compared here. Now come to the positive degree. Very simple. Silver first, gold last. Silver is not. Yes, we have to write not here. Positive to negative, negative to positive. If not is not there, we have to write. If not is given already, we should not write like question tag. Here also opposite. Positive to negative, negative to positive. Silver is not. Costlier, positive is costly. Before one as, after one as usual. That we know already. Silver is not as costly as gold. Positive degree. Then what about superlative? In type 4, we can't write superlative. Only two things are compared. Comparison is limited to two things only, two nouns only. That's why here we can't write SD. In type 4 dual comparison, we don't have SD, we have only CD and PD. Very easy. If CD is given, PD we are supposed to write. If PD is given, CD we are supposed to write. No SD. Very easy. Now the work has been lessened. Okay, now come to the next example. This room is not bigger than that. This room and that room. That means what? Extend it. That room. You have to extend it. Then it will be very clear. That means that room. Okay, this room, that room. Two nouns are compared. Two places, two nouns are compared here. This room is not bigger than that room. Now that room first, this room last. That room is already not is there. We should not use it. Opposite. Bigger positive, big. As, before one as, after one as big as. This room is as big as that room is as big as this room, or this only you can stop at this also. Room, no repetition. We avoid repetition in English generally. That room is as big as this, or this room, both are same. That room is so big as this, so big as this room, both are equal. Okay, so like that you have to take many more examples. Take many more examples from your practice book, from your material, from your textbook. Then only it will be easier, it will be very clear for you, more clear for you. Self practice is very important. Vijayawada is hotter than Hyderabad. Hyderabad is not as hot as Vijayawada. Hyderabad is not so hot as Vijayawada. Okay, like that. Vijayawada is not bigger than Hyderabad. Hyderabad is as big as Vijayawada, so big as Vijayawada. Like that, you take many more examples. Okay, many more. William Wordsworth is greater than John Keats. John Keats is not as great as William Wordsworth. Okay, like that. Okay, Ooty is more beautiful than Kodaikanal. Kodaikanal is not so beautiful as, or as beautiful as Ooty. Kodaikanal is not as beautiful as Ooty. Like that, you take many more examples. Australia is more powerful than England. Okay, Indian team is more powerful than Pakistan team. Like that, you take many more examples from your day-to-day life, from our materials and newspapers and magazines and textbooks also. You do self practice. That is very important. If any doubts are there, please leave your doubts in the comment box. This is intermediate first year, degree first year grammar topic, but useful for everyone. Please revise type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. Singular comparison, plural comparison, negative comparison, dual comparison. Only 4 types are there. You have to go in the reverse order also. Not like this. Like this also we have to go. Reverse order also we must be able to solve. Okay, remember always SD is very easy. Writing SD is very easy. Writing CD and PD bit complicated, bit logical. Easy, not hard, but bit complicated. Practice. Remember these words come in type 2, these words come in type 3, like that. How to start, how to end, that is very important. Okay, so these degrees of comparison topics we use in our day-to-day life, in our spoken. Without comparison we can't speak. This hotel is bigger than that hotel, this colony is more beautiful than that colony, this car is more expensive than that car, this bike is cheaper than that bike. Okay, this is more spacious than that. Like that we use. Without comparison we can't speak. So it is very important. Please be perfect with this topic. Hope that this video is very useful to you. Thanks for watching my videos. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel for this kind of very important easy grammar topics. See you very soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Jai Hind.